this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Aries, in today's reading, I am going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards. Going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. Take what resonates with you, Aries, and leave the rest. This is going to be for Aries spirit. Let's do this one more time. This is for Aries for their highest good. All right, here we go. Two cards for Aries for their highest good. Wow. Okay. So everyone's been getting like either the Sanctuary card or they've been getting this one right here, the Rejuvenating Rain. So Rejuvenating Rain, it says clear the past and heal the present. So yes, definitely let go of the past, you guys. It's time. If you're holding on to anything from the past, you know, it's kind of weird because I've been having a lot of like being nostalgic and thinking of the past, and then I asked God, take it, God, I don't want to deal with it no more. I started decluttering everything in, around my area and throwing out stuff that from the past, and it's like I just started doing that, and then it's like for some reason I shifted myself. So really leave the past, you guys. I know it's hard. It's harder than to say than to do, but really try to leave the past behind. I mean, it's okay to visit, but don't stay there, okay? Don't constantly keep it in your mind all the time, so live in the moment, you guys. And then it says choosing your path. All is possible. Definitely. You're probably at a crossroads right now, Aries, and you're trying to think, which way do I go? Do I go here? Do I go here? Do I go there? Do I go here? Stuff like that. So you're definitely trying to make some kind of decision. Just know that all is possible. Okay, all is possible. It definitely is. All right, so Aries, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Aries spirit. Aries, Aries, Aries. All right, let's shuffle these one more time. Wake them up. One card the current. Do I have that backwards? One for the situation. One for the past. For what's hidden. For what you need to, hopes and fears. Okay. Let me just move this over here. Okay. You got two for these two for what you need to work on. One for what you need to work on. I mean, that's for what you need to do now. What you need to work on is this one. And the outcome. What's the outcome? Wow. Okay. All right. All right. So Aries, you start off with the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is about, you're ready to move forward. You're progressing forward. You already have plans or you're making plans. You know what you want. You may not be telling anybody about your plans, about what you want to do. You're keeping it on the down low also, I feel. With the Moon card, I feel like you're not really seeing things clearly. I feel like also, too, that you're very uncertain about the future. I'm supposedly that's why you got this card, choosing your path. Because it's like, so for some reason, you're not able to, see things like the way you want to. Wow. All right. And then you have the Empress card here. The Empress is talking about, you really need to start nurturing yourself. I see a lot of growth and abundance here. I also feel like there's somebody around you that could have been pregnant or is pregnant. And I also feel there's just a lot of abundance here. Okay. Really have compassion and forgiveness also. You have the Judgment card here and what's hidden, and they're saying that, because the Judgment is here, you're changing things. You're really changing within you and the outside. Within you and the outside, all the things that are around you. You're not doing the same old anymore. You have the Seven of Cups down here for the hopes and fears. The Seven of Cups is talking about making some kind of decision. You're contemplating decisions, actually. Really look at everything, be objective and really look at things before you make any decision. And they're asking also to don't give up on any of your dreams or any of your plans. Like, stay with them. Stay what you need to do to make them come true. Okay, don't give up on them, even if you think that you're not going to have enough money, you're not going to be able to do this. Really just keep staying on there with it. For what you need to do now, you do have the Two of Pentacles and the Four of Swords here. You've been trying to do everything. You work hard. You're bringing in that money, trying to do everything. You're trying to multitask everything. You really need to rest, okay? I feel like you really need to take some time and nurture yourself. I do feel like there is a decision you're contemplating to make. There is traveling here also. Wow. And I feel like there is abundance coming in some kind of way. There is definitely, I feel like it's money. Some kind of money's coming in for you. So nice. You have the King of Cups for what you need to work on. And the King of Cups is saying that really work on how your feelings, like your temper, have patience, don't get all upset over things, those littlest things, really watch yourself, have patience, you guys, have patience. And then you have the High Priestess for the outcome, and the High Priestess is asking you could be trusting your intuition, or you could start using your intuition more also. I don't feel like you're not using it. I feel like you are definitely trying to use it more now. Wow. That's nice. All right. So let us see what is going on, Aries. Take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Aries. Put this here. Right there. All right. Why is the Three of Wands here for Aries? One card. So you do have the King of Cups and the Seven of Cups. So you are definitely making a lot of plans to move forward with the Three of Wands. I feel like you're not really telling anybody, but you're definitely moving forward. You know what you want already. You know what you need to do, and you're keeping it on the down low. You are making that decision, about things, because you have the Seven of Cups here and the Seven of Cups on the bottom. So you're contemplating some kind of decision. I also feel like for you, like I said, don't give up on any of your dreams. Like try to make them into reality, and really stop try not to daydream, like overly daydream, oh, I want to win the lottery, I want to win the lottery and move to space, something like that. That's what I'm hearing, like stop, be real about everything that you're doing, especially the decisions, okay? And then you have the King of Cups, like I said, really watch everything, your emotional state, how you're doing things and how you're feeling. Really leave the negative behind, okay? Because you need that. You need to leave it behind, like all the past, all the negativity. Just let it go. Stop thinking about it. Stop, that they did this to you or they did that to you and I still can't believe it. Let it go, okay? Have patience for everything. Also, don't get mad on a whim. You have the Moon card here. And why is the Moon card here? One more card. Wow. Interesting. All right. So, you do have the Nine of Cups and the Five of Swords here and the Moon card. And the moon, with the moon shows up, it shows up because, you're not really seeing things clearly, and you're not, because you do have the Five of Swords here. The Five of Swords shows up. You have that anger, because the King of Cups is here, and it's asking you, really let this go, because it's just getting in your way. You're frustrated, you're angry sometimes, you're always in your mind all the time. They're asking you to let it go. Okay. You do have the Nine of Cups here, which is a very nice card to get. When the Nine of Cups shows up, is saying that, there's some kind of, there's some kind of blessing that's trying to come in for you. Like not really a blessing, but it's a wish, that something that you wanted is trying to come in for you. But if you continue to think negative like this, like being angry and all that, it's not going to come in. So you really need to really be more, content with everything, be happy with what you have. They're asking you also to be grateful for big and small things, okay? Because, you've come a long way, and you need to stop and really think that, before you didn't have anything like this and now you do. Okay, so just be grateful in all ways. There is that blessing that's trying to come in. You've accomplished, just remember that you've accomplished to a lot in your life. Okay, and they're telling you to remember that instead of remembering all the, being negative and stuff like that. You have the Empress here. Empress is saying, you to nurture yourself, to really nurture your mind, your body, your health. Rest it. When you feel tired, it's time to rest. Don't push yourself over the line, because I feel like you're very stressed out. You have a lot on you, and you don't seem to rest as much as you should be. Okay. There is abundance here. There is traveling here. And I feel like you just need to nurture yourself more. There is a pregnancy here also. You have the Judgment card here. The Judgment is saying, why is the Judgment here and what's hidden? One more card. Wow, again. That's crazy. That is really crazy. All right. So, like I said, you have this card here. Okay, so this is you see how she's resting, right? You also have it up here. Okay, so you have the nurturing card, the Empress here, to nurture yourself, to take care of yourself. You just have a lot here that's pointing that you need to really take care of yourself. You are going through a judgment, so now you're going through this healing, because there have been a lot of things that have changed in your life. You definitely have changed. You're not doing the same things anymore. You're changing your routine. You're not going back to old patterns. Things are getting better for you. And you're feeling better. But you also need to start resting. Okay. If you're feeling tired, it's time to rest. Take it easy. Okay. Because you really need to. And with the Three of Wands here, I do feel like there is a lot of things that you're trying to expand. Maybe you need to, there's fresh starts here. You're planning for the future. You're planning trips that you never thought that you would be. You're also, you're looking ahead, and they're saying that you're on the right path. You're making a lot of progress here. So it's nice, but you need to really take it easy. Okay. Really get your rest, because it doesn't show up here twice without them saying, hey, it's time to rest, because you're tired. Your body's tired. Your mind's tired. You're going through this healing. You're changing a lot about yourself, and it's time to rest, Aries. You have the Seven of Cups here. And why is the Seven of Cups here for the hopes and fears? One more card. Nice. All right. So definitely you do have these Seven of Cups here. And there is a lot of decisions that you're making, that you've been making or contemplating. You're daydreaming a lot about a lot of things. You wish you had all this money to create something big, or to buy a house for somebody else, or to help people out, whatever it is. You're definitely have that in your mind, but you're definitely trying to make some kind of decision here. I feel with the Page of Pentacles, there is financial opportunities for you. I feel like there's some kind of good news coming in also. I feel like you could be learning a new trade also, or just learning something new. Like you're curious about learning something new, which is very nice. And then with the World card, there is a new cycle here. You're completing cycles here, so it's good. Things are changing, and you're right on the path that you need to be. But I feel like you're still like, let's see. I feel like you're like at a standstill for some reason. I feel like you need to do this. Like you need to rest. You need to have patience. You need to be grateful. You need to leave the past. I feel like you need to do that right now, because I feel like everything's at a standstill, or you're feeling like you're at a standstill, because it just feels like that. And I feel like there is a pause here until you do all this, until you rest, until you do what you need to do, till you go through all this, is when it's going to start moving, because there is a new cycle here that's trying to come in. But it's like you're still going through all the motion. You're still going through the healing. There is a lot of changes that are coming in also. Wow. So there is the Four of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. for what you need to do now. Why is the Four of Swords and the Two of Pentacles here for Aries? One more card. Yeah, see, there's a lot here. So they're asking you with the Nine of Swords. So they're, like I said, you know, you have the Four of Swords again here. And it's like just definitely, you know, this card right here tells it all. Rest. Okay? Rest, Aries. You know, you may not want to be told that, and you don't want to miss work. But on your days off, whatever it is, you know, try to take it easy and rest, okay? Because you need that. You've been doing a lot. You know, they want you to take some time to get out of your mind, because you're in your mind a lot about things. You know, you're thinking about this, you want to go do that, you want to help these people, you're trying to help your family, you're trying to do, you just have a lot in your mind, and you really need to get out of that, okay? Leave the anxiety, leave the worries behind, let it go, because we're shifting. Everything is shifting for you, but you need to let this go, because you're still holding on to anger, you're still holding on to frustration, you're tired, you're not, you know, you don't have the patience, or you're trying to have patience for everything, you know, but it's like you're still in your mind. They're asking you to go within and try to meditate, go outside, ground yourself, whatever it is that you need to clear your mind, but do it, because, you know, right now it's this that you have to do, you know, to keep going, you know, because there is something coming in, there is something that wants to come in, but it's like you still have to go through all this before you do this. Wow. And then you have the King of Cups. And why is the King of Cups here for Aries and what you need to work on? One more card. Yes. So, you know, you have the King of Cups to begin with, and the King of Cups is up here also. You know, really watch your emotions. Really, it's a healing that you're going through. Like if you feel sad, then okay, cry it out, whatever it is, you know, but, you know, do it for yourself. You know, don't get angry at people or frustrated at other people. Really watch your emotions, you know, really watch how you are. Find that patience, okay? Because, you know how to balance them, but right now you need to try to work harder on balancing them. Like, don't get angry at other people. Don't get frustrated, because you are right now, you're very frustrated. I feel like you're frustrated. You're in your mind a lot. You're thinking about everything, you know, and you're not really thinking clearly, and you really need to, okay? They're asking you to work on that. You do have the Magician here. Also with the Magician, they're asking you that you Aries can create everything that you want to. You know, you could manifest if you want to. You can create something and build a second job or a home business the way you want to, you know, but you need to get out of this, you know, frustration, this anger and all that, you know, you just need to. But think positive also. You know, you want so many things, but you're in this worrying and this, you know, in your mind all the time. It's not going to, and this restlessness that you're not taking care of yourself, it's not going to help you create it. You know, you're not going to be able to think straight if you don't. They want you to think positive, because you can create anything that you want to, you know, but you need to think positive in everything and know that you do have the tools to create what you want to be successful, because you have been successful. You do have the King of Pentacles also in what you need to work on, and that's, you need to work on your finances. You need to work on trying to establish, you know, your foundation, you know, establish yourself, you know, to create that strong foundation that you want. You know, maybe that's in your mind all the time, but, you know, there is some kind of wealth coming in, that wants to come in, but you need to really, you know, go within, you know, clear your mind, you know, sleep better, take care of your emotions, take care of your mindset, take care of your body, take care of all that, because, you know, it's all there, but you just need to rest. You're very busy, and it seems like, they're asking you, hey, slow down, take it easy, Aries, take it easy. And then you have the High Priestess. And why is the High Priestess here for Aries? Oh, my card. Wow. All right, so you do have the High Priestess. So, you know, you are trusting your intuition, so it's good. It's very nice. You know, keep continuing to trust your intuition, but really rest, okay? So you can make good decisions. When you use your intuition, you need to go within, okay? And that's clearing your mind, because you're in your Nine of Swords all the time. So really clear your mind, okay? You also have the Ten of Pentacles and the Moon card. The Moon card is saying that, you know, we're in a new moon right now, Aries, and you may not be seeing things clearly. You know, you may be uncertain about the future, you know, but you will be able to know what to do, okay? Just trust your intuition is what they're asking you. And then with the Ten of Pentacles, you will reach that material success. There is wealth here. There is prosperity coming in. But you need to really take care of yourself. You need to have gratitude. You need to let go of that anger. You need to have patience. You need to take care of yourself and rest. Okay, really, really rest. All right, so Aries, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you next time. God bless.